Maya Millete was born as Maya Tabalanza on May 1, 1981 in the Philippines. However, she was raised in Honolulu and later moved to Manila to attend college. She met Larry Millete when she was in university, still a teenager, and married him. Larry was a person with his fair share of experience with the law. He had been arrested once for juvenile gang assault in 1997 and was let off the hook. But his past didn't make Maya think twice before marrying him, and she consented to his proposal. They had 3 children and later moved to San Diego to work in the United States Navy for 5 years. Their marriage went steady for a long time, with occasional outbursts and disagreements, but it wasn't a sort to take an offensive direction. However, it did. If only Maya knew what she was signing up for, she would have distanced herself from Larry. Maya Millete suddenly went missing on January 7, 2021. She was last seen at around 5 in the evening by her family in her home on Paseo Los Gatos. In the next 2 days, her family was to set out for a trip to Big Bear to celebrate her daughter's birthday. When she went missing, her family phoned and texted her, but all went unanswered. Maya's sister, Maricris Druayet, reported her missing to the Chula Vista Police Department after 2 days on January 9th. The police arrived at the 2400 block of Paseo Los Gatos the next day to investigate Maya's disappearance. They learned she had disappeared 3 days ago, and the search for the missing mom began. Maya's family, community, and the police searched for her day in and day out for the next 2 weeks. She was described as a woman of 5 feet 2 inches, weighing 105 pounds, with brown hair, brown eyes, and freckles. She also had a tattoo on her wrist. They looked around relatives' places, neighborhoods, friends' houses, and other places she might be at, but all proved fruitless. After a month of Maya's search, the police found no traces of her. Her family posted pictures of her all over Chula Vista, hoping to bring her home. They hoped to succeed with more eyes looking for her. A big shock hit the entire family when Larry, Maya's husband, refused to cooperate with the investigation and hired a lawyer for his cause. This act of his did not make him out to be a suspect yet, but raised his grade to that of a witness, because Larry was the last person to have seen Maya. And Druayet confirmed he had been acting strange by distancing himself from Maya's family recently. Maya's family was a loving one. They held media briefings, public rallies, and meetings to find her. They would not stop at anything. Their affection and efforts struck a chord in the hearts of the Chula Vista police, and CVPD Chief Roxana Kennedy, who was also the mother of a couple of children like Maya, took the case upon herself. Being a mother, she felt the pain Maya's kids were going through without her, and vowed to bring her back to them. It was amongst this ramshackle that Druayet confessed that Maya and Larry had been having marital issues going on for a while. They broke up, got back together, and the cycle continued. It was just like the other couples. But she couldn't believe Larry would ever do anything to harm her. Mark Mullen, an anchor for a news channel, discovered from his interview with Maya's sister that they'd last seen her at Glamis Dunes while they had been out camping. It was on January 3rd. The trip had been quite tough for Maya and Larry, as they had been on one of their issues at that moment. She also confessed how they'd tried to help them, but their relationship did not improve. While they were out camping, Maya and Larry were also seen arguing. Meanwhile, Maya's family and friends conducted 2 search parties in different parts of San Diego County, one in Dehesa and the other in the Forest Recreational Reserve. In Dehesa, they stumbled across some bones. The San Diego sheriff later confirmed them to be animal bones. After 3 months of Maya's disappearance, there were still no clues about her. On April 7th, the case stood at this. There had been 47 interviews with Maya's family members, friends, neighbors, and witnesses. They had noted down 12 search warrants of houses, cars, cell phones, and call detail devices, and received over 40 tips regarding the case, but they had nothing on their hands. A multi-agency group comprising the San Diego District Attorney's Office, the FBI, and the Naval Criminal Investigation Service were dispatched to look for Maya. Finally, after all the efforts, the CVPD revealed that there had been gunshots recorded on the video security camera on the night of Maya's disappearance by their neighbor. They didn't know for sure, but were determining the origin of the sounds. He also said the Chula Vista police had received no report of gunshots that night. This made their suspicions rise high. 4 months into Maya's disappearance, the police got a search warrant for Maya's home. They arrived at around 4:30 in the evening on May 7th and were there till 11 in the night. There were several rifles and storage boxes in the house. They confiscated these for further investigation. They later discovered that Larry Millete had been on a gun violence restraining order when they discovered the collection of ammunition in his house. Maya's search continued, and the police wrote out another search warrant for Larry's house. This time, they discovered several long guns. On July 22nd, Larry Millete was named a person of interest because of his failure to abide by the gun violence restraining order. After the next few months of searching and delving deeper into the case, Larry Millete was taken into custody for killing his wife. He was accused of killing Maya as she had tried to file a divorce against him. Although he pleaded not guilty, his bail was postponed. After some time into his arrest, he was ordered to not contact his children and could only speak to his lawyer from inside the jail. Deputy District Attorney Christy Bowles informed the court that Larry had called his children, who were living with his parents, 129 times. They had recorded 9 hours of the calls, where it was discovered that he had asked his 11-year-old child to read the news headlines to him and told 2 of his children to watch an R-rated film called Shock Collar to let them understand the situation he was in. The film is about a man from a wonderful family who is jailed for killing, and later he becomes a prisoner. Bowles believed the children were traumatized, and to prevent them from further harm, Larry was ordered to not contact them. It was discovered that Larry Millete had been exhibiting frantic behavior after his wife went missing. A key investigator said Larry researched poisonous plants online and searched for poison hemlock. He also revealed that he bought spells online. He even sent emails to spellcasters. On December 31st, he contacted a spellcaster, writing, "Can you hex to have her hurt enough that she will have to depend on me or need my help?" Then another one said, "She's only nice to me when she needs me or is sick. Thanks again. Maybe an accident or a broken bone?" Before 1:30 in the morning of January 8th, Maya's phone activity completely stopped, and Larry sent out another email an hour later requesting to help save his marriage. On January 9th, he emailed the spellcaster to stop the hexes against his wife. There was also a Google search that read, "My wife doesn't let me touch her." And then there were more searches about diphenhydramine, flunitrazepam, and other rohypnols. These are central nervous system sedatives used to incapacitate a person completely. Flunitrazepam is a widely known date rape drug. Further into the investigation, It was discovered that the day Maya went missing, her 3 kids were sent outside to play in the yard at 10:30 in the cold on a school night. The neighbors heard their voices outside for a long time. It is suspected that even though the children saw nothing, they heard their mother being killed. There were also photographs discovered where it showed Larry and his 4-year-old son standing among the collection of rifles and handguns. After Maya's disappearance, her sister revealed Maya had once said that if anything happened to her, it would be Larry. They should get him. Also, Maya's Google search showed that she had been planning to leave Larry for a long time now. She had searched for things like child support payments, mortgages, and so on. On January 7th, the day she went missing, she had scheduled an appointment to discuss her divorce with a lawyer. Though her body has not yet been found, it can be well assumed that she is no longer here with us.